here to serve. Today we're going to cover a decision-making process. Making decisions when we're on the path can be more difficult than making decisions when we're not on the path. When we're not on the path, we can ask other people, like, hey, this is my problem, I don't know which way to go, or we can research. When we're on the path, we're in a different reality. We can't go to normal people who are not on the path, to help make decisions because they're not in the same vibration. So things that don't make sense to them make perfect sense to people who are on the path. It's a completely different frame of reference. So all of those people and all of those resources aren't available for us. We can ask other spiritual weirdos like ourselves what they think, and hopefully people who've been on the path longer than we have gone through more experiences, leaders, mentors, to give us their version of what it is. I have a talk called The Spiritual Path Part 2 where we discuss the elevator theory. And basically it says that there's different levels of consciousness that we can perceive life from. So when we're trying to make a good decision for ourselves, it depends. What level of consciousness are we making that decision from? Now, if you move into the internal world, the internal family systems work that I do, the subconscious, and all the different parts of us within our system, boy, there's a bunch of red flags there. We're afraid to make a decision because we don't know which part of us is trying to manage that decision-making process. If we haven't done a lot of our spiritual work and an internal understanding of who we are and where we come from and why we operate the way we do, then we're pretty screwed. Because the self-saboteur may just be up front and center when you're trying to make a good decision. Like, hey, should we marry this person? Or, hey, let's quit the job and go off on this tangent. When you've spent a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of diligence moving in this one track, trying to do the right thing, be responsible, all of that, invest, and then some opportunity comes along and we're capable and ready to throw it all away to go off on this wild adventure that'll lead us down a dead-end path. So if the saboteur is like, you don't deserve to be consistent and stable and steady, what are you kidding? Come on, let's mess this all up because you really belong, in chaos and pandemonium. So we have to be wary that the self-saboteur is not the one making decisions. We could make decisions from a fearful part. We could make decisions based on our expectations of our parents or the world that we were born in. So it's very difficult to say, how should I make this decision and who is helping me inside make this decision? And what level of consciousness am I making this decision from? These are the difficulties of the spiritual path walker. But as usual, this path being a spiritual path, it is resourceable. So the ego does not have to make the decision, which is the best part of this decision-making process that I'm about to walk us through. The ego gets to sit down right next to you and watch the process. So what we do is we pretty much hand it over to our divine, our inner resource, that which is beating our heart and breathing our lungs, and just kind of sit back and watch the rollout. Okay? Typically, when we're trying to make a decision, it's a yes or no. Should I go or should I stay? Should I say yes to this thing or should I say yes to this thing? There's usually two choices for us to go. So think of those two things that you're contemplating. And usually it's the bigger life things, the change, the move, the commitment, the divorce, the work. Should I, quit this job and go on my own, or things like that. It's usually bigger things that are difficult. So let's go inside. You can lay down, uncross your arms and legs. Let the tongue float to the roof of your mouth. or sit very relaxed in your chair. Feel the weight of your body getting heavier. And inhaling gently from the top of your head and exhaling out of your feet. And again, calming everything down, asking all of our parts to step aside, asking the anxious part, the worried part, the ego part, just relax, everybody. You don't have to do anything right now. Let's just all chill out. Inhaling again from the crown, exhaling out the feet. Clearing, calming. Now invoking to the Supreme Being, Divine Father, Divine Mother, to whatever entity or energy you believe in, naming that. To our spiritual guides, ancestors, higher soul, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, thank you so much for leading me, guiding me, showing me, surrendering to that which is greater than us. Now imagine yourself walking down a path in the woods. Nothing scary, sunshine coming through. And there it is, the divide in the path. One goes to the left and one goes to the right. You can't see because they curve down the road. You can't see what's out there, what's down the road. So there they are. So let's decide to go down the left-hand path. So gently, full of curiosity and wonder, no hesitation, no trepidation, just coursing through on the left path. Now we'll call that choice A. Doesn't matter which one, we're going to explore them both. So here it is, choice A. And you've said, yeah, I fully commit to choice A. Choice B doesn't exist. I'm choice A. I'm all about choice A. I am fully 100% committed to choice A, and here I am in choice A. You've said yes, you've told everybody that's the track, and here you are, stable and steady in choice A. Now walk down the path a little bit more into a month after you've committed to this. And look around. What's happening in choice A? What's the reality? What's your environment? Who are the players, the people? What are the conversations? What are the responsibilities? What's new and different? Of course it's going to be awkward. Of course you don't know what you're doing. It's new. That's normal. And be okay with the awkwardness of it all. I'm the new guy. And now feel what you're feeling. How does your heart feel in this choice A? Do you feel upset? Do you feel calm? Do you feel confident? Do you feel supported? Do you feel happy? Do you feel insecure? Do you feel sad? Do you feel alone? Check in. Now go down 3 more months. You've got the routine down, you know more what you're doing. It's still fairly new, but you've got the track. What are those conversations? What's that environment? How are you managing? And now check in again. How do you feel? Satisfied? Happy? Empty? Fulfilled? Step on the path 1 year from the time you made that decision. Check in. How are you feeling now? Now go down the path 5 years out. looking back, did you make the right decision? Is it all turning out the way you thought it would? Are you feeling expanded and satisfied? Are you feeling questioning? How are you feeling at this moment? Check in. All right. Now let's go back. Check in again. The 5 year, the 1 year, the 3 months, the 1 month. And when you committed, when you said yes. Now walk back to that vortex, that V. And as you come back from that left-hand side, a shower comes over you and removes that experience. So you kind of blank again. You're fresh again. And go back down to the yoke of that road. Turn around and face that decision again. And now we're going to go to the right side. Decision B. Fully open. Let's see what this feels like. So you move forward and you're on that path of the right side. And you say, okay, that's it. I've decided. 100% committed. Decision B. I'm in. You've told everybody. You've prepared. You've planned. And there you are. How do you feel? Scared? Does it feel weak? Does it feel strong? Does it feel overwhelming? Now fully commit a week into it. Now how are you feeling? One month. You've made that commitment. What are the conversations? What's your environment looking like? Who are the people that are in that world with you? What do your days look like? Fully experience it. How are you feeling inside? What is your heart saying to you? How is your gut responding to this decision? Now go a little further, 1 month in there. What's it like now? I know you're new. Don't worry about that. This is all a little awkward and so on. Normal. When we change our life, everything's a little upset. It's stressful to do new things. Even if it's a new fabulous thing, there's stress involved. Okay, see the stress for what it is, and then be okay with it. Just like decision A, it's stressful, now it's just stressful too. Big deal. What else is going on? Walk down the path a little further now to 3 months after you've made this commitment. You're getting the rhythm. That's the way things are now. How's the flow? How are you feeling inside? How are you sleeping? Does this sitting well with you? Do you feel settled? Do you feel happy, proud, expanded? Do you feel heavy? Do you feel worried? Do you feel stressed? 6 months. Take the trail. How are you feeling? Does this fit? 1 year later, this is your life. This is the way it is now. Is it satisfying? Are you really glad you made this decision? Do you feel weak and afraid? Check in. Feel it settling into your system. How does this feel? Now get back on the path 5 years out and take a look back. How's it been? What's happening? Who are the players? What's your environment like? And more so than that, check in inside. What does your truth say to you? Feel that. Great. Now come on back into the 1 year version. Check in again, look around again. 3 months, 1 month, 1 week, the day you made the commitment. And walk back through and take that shower of removing that experience. Coming back into the yoke. And just relax on the path. And reflect. Notice, what was different between A and B? What was the timeline? Did A feel rougher in the beginning, but then it really came into bloom later on? Did B feel like not okay the whole way through, even though it's against everybody else's ideas of what it should or could be? So the mind is coming in now, trying to observe, but the heart and the soul are clear. When we go through this experience, we know clearly. So the second guessing might come in, or the what about this, or the questioning. That's mind. Always busy. Oh, no one ever in the mind is like, yeah, this is it, for sure, I promise. They say, yeah, this is it because of that. But just tell the mind, shh, shh, shh. Let's observe. Let's listen. Our gut will tell us 100%. So even if it's against society, go with what you know. And then you know what? Here's the next layer of this test. Don't tell anybody, but just go ahead and really commit to A. Just to double check if you want. And sleep on that commitment. When you wake up the next day, see how you feel. Say, okay, take a day off, and then commit to B. Sleep on that, and see how you feel the next day. So this is a 2-layered test. 1, in this meditation that we just did together, and 2, by feeling it and practicing it and sleeping on it. Before you go to bed, when you're sleeping on it, ask your soul, your angels, spiritual helpers, whoever you talk to, or pray to, or connect with, please help me sort this out as I sleep tonight, and help me have clarity the next day. More than likely you will get the same result as the meditation, but it's nice for the ego to kind of feel like it's in charge too every once in a while. This meditation has helped many people do many serious decisions around health, chemo treatments, calling a divorce, saying, yes, I want to have a baby, all different things like that. Big, big, big things. So I hope this was helpful to you. I would love to hear your feedback. Thank you for experiencing this with me. This is Ursula on the Way of the Spiritual Path. Thank you.